Good morning, dear kids. Today I am taking the topic which was there in my previous video also, that is ratio proportion. Okay. Today we will be doing how to find whether the two given ratios are equivalent or not, whether they are equal or not. Let's do it. If I give you suppose 5 is to 30 and 17 is to 120. These are the two ratios given to you. You have to find whether they are equal or not. For that, you have to write 5 is to 30 as 5 upon 30 and 17 is to 120 as 17 upon 120. You have to plainly cross multiply. That is, 5 will be multiplied with 120 and 30 will be multiplied with 17. You will notice that 5 into 120 is 600 and 30 into 17 is 510. So that means you are not getting equal answer on both sides. So this is not equivalent. Therefore, such kind of both ratios are also not equivalent. Clear? Shall we try one more? Yes. Let's take one more which goes 7th. 8 is to 12. 72 is to 108. Now my dear kids, 8 upon 12, 72 upon 108. If you cross multiply, it will be 108 into 8 and here 72 into 12. Let's see. After multiplication, I got 108 into 8 as 864 and 72 into 12 also as 864. That means on both the sides are equal. Hence, I will say 8 is to 12 and 72 is to 108 are equivalent ratios. Is that clear? So the problems which I am taking, or you can do one thing. You can give a try on all alternate problems 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 10. Will you give a try? Okay. Let's go for next. My next problem says that $4,000 is divided between 3 children in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5. How much does each child receive? Now my dear kids, as I always said you, if the ratio is given, you have to find the total of these ratios. That is 2 plus 3 plus 5. That is 10. So your each ratio will be, your each ratio will be 2 upon 10, 3 upon 10 and 5 upon 10. And you have to divide 4,000 in this ratio. So I will multiply 4,000 with every fraction or with every ratio. So my dear kids, you will notice here you are getting 800. Here you are getting 1200. And here you are getting 2000. So that is how 4,000 is divided between 3 children. Okay. Next we have Peter is 150 centimeter taller. His friend Mehmet is 175 meter tall. What is the ratio between their heights to its simplest form? So Peter to Mehmet, I'll make a ratio 150, 175. Reduce in the common table. So I'll go for a table of 5. Again, I can go in a table of 5. So my answer is 6 is to 7. Be very sure you write your answer in this form, that is to form. That is the proper format of writing ratio. You cannot keep your answer 6 upon 7. That will be called as a fraction. So you have to write it 6 is to 7. Let me check for next. A bag contains 90 balls. The ratio of red to white to blue is 1 is to 2 is to 3. Calculate the probability of choosing a red ball. Now what is the probability of choosing a red ball? First you have to total up your ratio. That is 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. So your probability of red will be 1 upon 6. White will be 2 upon 6. I'll write it here. For white, the probability will be 2 upon 6 and for blue, it will be 3 upon 6. Is that clear? Now, if I say 1 upon 6 is the probability of red ball. Now, what is the probability of not a red ball? A red ball is 1 upon 6. But what is if I do not get a red ball? So in that case, what I'll be doing is I'll subtract from the whole probability. Whole will be considered as 1. From that I will subtract 1 upon 6. And I'll get 6 minus 1 upon 6, that is 5 upon 6. So 5 upon 6 is the probability of not getting a red ball. Now you have next as a white or a red ball. It can be white or a red. Now, as we have seen the question, it says calculate the probability of choosing a white or a red ball. Now white ball, the ratio is given as 1:2:3, and this is your white and this is your red. Okay, so red or white, that means your probability will be the addition of these two, that is 1 plus 2 upon total, that is 6. That will be 3 upon 6, and you can reduce, and that will be half. Clear? Your next is how many balls of each color are there. Now total are 90 balls, and as I said you have to divide 90 among 1:2:3, and that will be 90 into 1 upon 6, 90 into 2 upon 6, and 90 into 3 upon 6, and get your answer. Clear? Next is Ashley has a number of coins in a box. There are 34 20-cent coin. Okay, 34 coins of 25 cents. I'll write it here. Okay, 85 10-cent coins, 85 10-cent coins, 72 5-cent coins. 72 are 5-cent coins. These are the coins, and these are number of coins. This is the value of coin. Okay, and 9 1-cent coins. 9 1-cent coins. As a percentage, write down the ratio of 25 cent to the total. 25 cent, I'll make a total of coins, the value of coins. So it is 25 upon 10. Oh, sorry, 25 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1. That will make 41. Okay, 41 total value of coins are there. Okay, and then you have here number of coins also. I'll add up so that in case I'll need it. 34 plus 85, that will come up to 119, plus 72 I'll do it, that comes up to 191, and plus 9, that comes up to 200. Now they have asked you find the ratio of 25 cents to total. So I'll go for 25 upon 41. Okay, are you getting my point clear? Next is 10-cent coins to 25-cent coins. Now 10-cent coins are 85 and 25-cent coins are 34. So 85 upon 34 is your answer for second. Third is 1-cent coins to 5-cent coins. 1-cent coins is 9, 5-cent coins is 72. You can also reduce this. So your answer is 1:8. Next is total number of coins to 1-cent coins. Total number of coins, total number of coins is 200 to 1-cent coins. 1-cent coins are 9. So 200 upon 9. And I'll keep it as it is. I'll write it 200:9. Clear? Next I have what is the ratio of number of days in July to the number of days in a non-leap year. As we know, in July we have 31 days. And if it is a non-leap year, that means it will have 365 days. So you have to make a ratio of this. So that will be 31:365. Are you getting my point clear? You can keep it as it is. Next is number of days in a non-leap year, that is 365, to the number of days in August, September, October added together. So you have August, September, October, we will add it together. So August will have 31, September will have 30, October will have 31, When you add them, you will get 92, and you have to make a ratio of number of days in a non-leap year, that is 365, to 92, that is addition of August, September, October. Are you getting my point clear? You can keep it as it is. Next is, we have in a golf, player A plays 320 good rounds out of 400 rounds. Player B plays 300 good rounds out of 350 rounds. What is each player's success rate as a ratio and as a percentage? So if you want to find ratio of A, he played 320 out of 400. You can reduce in a table of 4, so you will get it 100 here and you will get it 80 here. You can also further reduce in a table of 2, so that will be 4:5. So you got 4:5 as a ratio of player A. And what about player B? Player B played 300 good rounds out of 350. So I can cut this off. I can go with a table of 5. It will go 6:7. So 6:7 is the B's ratio. And what about percentage? We know very well whenever we want to convert a ratio into percentage, we just multiply with 100. So here 4/5, I'll multiply with 100. So I got 80% as my answer. Here 6/7, I'll multiply with 100. So I'll get 600/7%. You can either form a decimal of it, 600/7, or you can give a mixed fraction. Okay, if I just divide, I'll get a percentage in decimal. I'll put the decimal better. That is 85.7% of B. Okay, do the percentage in each of question 9 which we have done just now, A and B. Tell you which player is better golfer. Yes, which one is the better golfer? A scored 80%, whereas B scored 85.7%. So of course B's percentage ratio is of success rate is higher. That means we can say B played very well. Okay dear kids, God bless.